What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, we started off our field study on a very surprising note. We were starting very late in the day. It was like 9:20 in the morning when everyone was leaving the Class 7 dorms, and they were all wondering, oh, it's going to take us, Group A was going to take them 5 hours to get to Roer, and it was going to take Group B about 8 hours to get to Ordis. So they were wondering why they were leaving so late, because by the time they would get there, it would be the end of the day already. Like, that there wouldn't be their whole first day wouldn't really get anything done. And apparently the whole reason for that is our good pal, all the way from the beginning of the series, our good pal Olivier, apparently worked with the ZCF, apparently all three groups, the ZCF, the Rhineford group, as well as the Epstein Foundation, worked together with Olivier, as well as the people in Liberal, to essentially make a Arsail 2.0, but for Olivier and the royal family to use. And I guess the first test run of this is going to be not only just touring around Erebonia, showing off this shiny new ship, but also taking Class 7 to their respective locations for their field study. So that's where we are. However many feet above the ground, we are in the sky again. The last time we were in the sky like this was in Trails in the Sky the Third. When we had to take the, I guess you could say, imaginary Arsail to the end of the game. This would be the last time we were kind of in the sky like this. So it's actually been it's actually only been 2 games, but it feels like it's been forever. 2 games in my playthrough, rather. But yeah, so we're going to talk to everyone while we're kind of aboard here. And we'll see what kind of happens when we get there. We're cruising along so smoothly, it almost feels like we're one with the wind. It's like the ship is it's like the ship is a crimson Pegasus soaring through the sky. We're really lucky to know who we know. I can't imagine many people will get to experience something like this. We owe the winds and the goddess our thanks. Yeah, I'd agree. Machias? Everything on this airship is really cutting edge. Prince Oliver does love his surprises. First his return to Heimdallar on the Arsail, and now this. We'll talk to them later, because that might progress the story. Let's go see where everyone else is at. Yeah, we never really got to be in the sky in Trails from Zero, so... Factory and engine room, we're not allowed to go in there. Oh, okay, I guess these are just story-related conversations then. Alright. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had no idea the Rhineford Company was involved in developing something on this scale all this time. Then I find out it was a collaboration with the Epstein Foundation and the ZCF. And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of our Arcus units too. It's way too much for one person. Way too much work. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now? Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of projects in development by the Rhineford Group. Lately, the directors have... I knew it. Oh? Hello, Master Reen. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, it's okay. Have you finished exploring the airship? I expect it'll be a while longer before we reach Roer, which I still don't understand. At the speed that we're flying, like, I feel like we should be there in, like, no time at all. I remember, when we they do mention that this ship is a bit slower than the Arsail. I think the Arsail's, like, top speed is, like, 3,600 SPF, or whatever they said it was. Well, I get, yeah, SPF, Selge per hour. I guess that would make sense. But then, yeah, the Arsail is 3,600, and I guess this one's only 3,000, which isn't that much slower. But the reason for that is because this is kind of more tankier. It can take more punishment. But I just don't see how it would take that long, more than like maybe like 10 minutes to fly somewhere at this speed. But, oh well. I expect it, yeah, will be a bit longer. Excuse me. Finish, I don't think I've seen half of it yet. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm looking forward to landing in Roer, though. It's been a while since I've seen the industrial metropolis. It's not too far from my hometown, so I'd always hear about it in passing. Well, that's right, you're from Ymir, so I guess you would then. You want a little refresher? I can bring you up to speed on all things Roer. Sure, why not? Roer used to be a factory town, but it grew into a hotspot for technology as a result of its steel and heavy industry. Its population is around 200,000, and since its city is the Norcia province, it's under Marquis Ragner's jurisdiction. Oh, that's right, I still find it wild that Angelica is his daughter. You know, last time I visited, it felt like the whole city was man-made. Trees and grass were rare sights. Kinda made it hard to tell how large the city really is. Well, the city itself is basically one giant structure divided into several levels. It's been expanded so many times that even longtime residents occasionally wind up in places they don't recognize. Why, I've lost count of the number of times I had to go pick up Lady Allison when she's lost her way. That was when I was a kid. Don't say it like it still happens. Really, it was a long time ago. Haha, something tells me we're looking at the not quite so distant past. Anyway, north of Roer is the Sachsen Iron Mine. The iron mine there makes its way into most of the Rheinfar Group's projects in some form or another. The amount of ore they get from just that one mine is immense. The Empire would be a different place today without it. I don't doubt it. Even our textbooks mention the Sachsen Mine. It's been vital to the Empire since back before the Orbital Revolution. In the city of Roer, you can't miss the Rheinfar Group's corporate headquarters, which is also basically my house. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go back anytime soon. At least so. Guess there's no point in moping about it now. We've got to have a field study that... We've yet to have a field study that didn't spiral into some sort of hectic adventure, but I'm ready if you are. We'll just take it as it comes. I'll be wishing you all the best. Aren't you? You're our chaperone, aren't you? You're going to be there with us. So we still got a few students to find. So what happened to... What's on floors 2 and 4, though? Because we go 1, 3, 5. Crow, Elliot, and Eustace. Come on, nobody wants to see dudes sing. It's all about the ladies. Besides, if we make the outfit skimpy enough, guys will be breaking down the doors to get in. Are you three working out what to do for our concert? Yeah, we got the general gist of it figured out now, but... let me ask you, Reen. Would you prefer male or female vocals? That's a really important question, too, since it'll change the audience we draw. That's a tough decision. Why don't we try both, then? Haha, you know what? That'd be perfect. Yeah, I really like that idea. 2 songs would be the perfect length, too. Resisting it'll be a bit tougher, but I think we should do it. It lets us use both plans, too. You won't see me complaining. He seems really excited for this. When I thought he said both, I thought he meant like, okay, like the same song will just have 2 singers, which obviously is a pretty normal thing. Your ideas have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. You realize this will put us in direct competition with Class 1, correct? We need to do something with a degree of class in order to take them on. The front deck, let's see if anyone's outside. That's the other thing I always wondered about this. How can people just stand out here at this speed? Essentially going at 3,000 miles per hour How can you... This would be like standing on top of an airplane. I never, like, understood this. But, whatever. Whoa, the ship is amazing! We're flying faster than a bird. Take that, bird. Now I kind of want one. Wonder if Gramps will get me my own airship if I ask him real nice. You can already fly around on our Getland. Don't go getting greedy. Well, there is one bird that we know that can keep up with a ship of this. Definitely one of this speed, because this is slower than the Arsail. Remember, Chloe's bird, Sieg, was always able to fly up to the ship. The view from up here is so beautiful. I feel like I'm weightless, soaring peacefully above the clouds. You know, this is actually the first time I've ever been aboard an airship. Whoa, I think I'm starting to feel a little dizzy. Is that normal? I don't know if most people stand outside on an airship up here. Because, like, obviously we had the airships in Liberal, you know, that we would take, you know, you could fly from town to town in. But I feel like those moved relatively slow with how we saw them move. So standing on top was always pretty normal. Your hair would definitely be a mess from standing up here, even if you don't get swept off your feet. The airship we used in the Corps was pretty fast, but this one's even faster. In fact, its specs seem pretty high across the board. Fancy stuff. Never a dull moment in Class 7, I guess. Yeah. At long last, the Courageous has finally taken to the skies of Erebonia. Heh, I feel like a mother hen watching her chicks leave the nest. I'll take your word for it. This may sound a bit forward to me to say, but it sounds like you had some hurdles getting this project together. Haha, it was no easy ride, I'll say that. I doubt it would have come together without the Prince's unwavering dedication and tireless work. He had to find the time to raise funds and oversee the entire project in addition to all his official duties. Yeah, it's only been 2 years since he came back from Liberal. How do you build something like this in 2 years? In secret. And to add to that, he had to take care of the necessary arrangements, all the arrangements necessary to get Viscount Arcade installed as its captain. I can't even imagine how busy your schedule must have been. Even from a student's perspective, it sounds brutal. Well, for the ship to have any weight as a deterrent, I needed the Viscount. Thankfully, he agreed to my request. My plan is to create a neutral third power capable of acting independently of our nation's two competing factions. You can think of the Courageous as the first physical embodiment of that ideal. You could also see it in a different way as well. You know, it's almost like he's taking the idea of the bracers and just employing it in his own personal, like, way. So you could almost say that Estelle inspired him to do this. A third party, huh? I feel like I'm starting to understand at least part of what it is you're trying to accomplish. The road will be a difficult one, though. True, but this has only been the beginning. Seeing this ship soar through the clouds for the first time moves my heart, just as when Class 7 was formally established. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the Courageous, and for the brave men and women of your class. Your Highness, we live in interesting times. The political situation across the Empire seems to grow more ominous by the day. But with any luck, making a real show out of the ship's launch will push back against the prevailing climate. Well, that's the hope, at least. Either way, you'll have your whole life to split hairs about politics. For now, give your attention to your field study. Thank you. I know you have high expectations for us, and I hope we'll be able to meet them. I really do wonder what Reen in Class 7 would think if they just saw, like, a video, that they watched a movie about Olivia's adventures with Estelle and Joshua. I feel like that'd be really funny. See the time when Estelle knocked him through a building, stuff like that. I guess we could go to the rear deck, see if anyone's out there. There's definitely a few people I'm sure we haven't talked to yet. Speak of the devil. Instructor Sarah, Toval, what are you guys doing out here? Oh, just a little bracer to bracer information swapping. Haha, that's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I last saw you guys, though. Not since last month in Legram. Doesn't feel like that long. Yeah, always nice to see a friendly face, though. Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came as a surprise to me to see him on board, too. Oh? Clearly, it was meant to be. Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with Viscount Arcade. This airship is really in a class of its own, though. It's not every day you see a ship owned by the Imperial family and captained by the Radiant Blade Master. This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Erebonia going forward. Without ties to the Imperial or Provincial armies, it can potentially keep both of them in check if need be. It might not be able to do quite as well as strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people. That's true. It frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're just barely keeping the lights on. At least the Crossbell branch sends its people over to help us out when we need a hand, though. Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors I lost count. We know both those names. McLean? Wait, are you talking about... Oh yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. He's an A-rank bracer over in Crossbell branch. A guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now too. We met Wenzel. Wait, maybe we should back it up a bit. The guy we're talking about is Arios McLean, aka the Divine Blade of Wind. We're acquainted. Well, not Reen. The name probably sounds familiar to you because he's also a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I've never met him myself, but I've heard a lot about him from my master. He mastered the school's second form and sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade. Well, he's pretty damn strong, I'll give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I'd like to admit. Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright. We were talking about him before, remember? He's the bracer who took command during that big incident 2 years ago. Yep. Though, from what I heard, he left the way of the sword behind a while back. Cassius Bright was here in Erebonia? Wait, 2 years ago? Heh, it was an eventful time, to put it lightly. And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us past that, but afterward, well, you know the story from there. They shuttered guild branches all across the Empire, one after another, and your dear sweet instructor was out of a job. I'd be glad to give you all the grisly details, but it's a long story. Well, those of us who have played the other games already know. We should probably save it for another time. But hey, the guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School. Maybe you should consider a career as a bracer. Door's always open, you know. Me? A bracer? Huh, I never really thought about it before. Hey, there's enough of us singing the Bracer Blues without you trying to recruit my students. Never hurts to start them early. I mean, honestly, it was around Reen's age now is pretty much what Estelle and Joshua were when they started their bracer training. Seriously though, we're always looking for more good people. If there's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down. Haha, I'll give it some thought. Reen as a bracer would definitely be an interesting thing, but safe to say that I really don't think they would ever go down that road. I mean, maybe one day, maybe he would just, you know, if he really just wanted to kind of be out there, but I think they want every main character from each arc to kind of be their own thing. Obviously, Estelle is a bracer. You've got Lloyd, a police officer, and Reen, currently, where we're at, is a military student. Oh, hello. Do you sell things here? Oh yeah, I can exchange all this. That'll help. I don't know why I bought that. That's kind of worthless. How expensive is Curia Balm? 500? We got plenty. That's fine. And I don't think we can go through any of these other doors. yeah, boarding gate. Like getting on an airplane. So have we spoken to everybody? I'm trying to think of any students we haven't seen around yet. I think it was pretty much everybody, so I guess we'll go back to the bridge. Ding dong. Alright. All we got left is Laura and her dad. Honestly, you could have told me about this a little sooner. Is this the reason you've been so busy lately? I apologize for the secrecy, but this much of the project fell under the veil of strict confidentiality. There are some things I'm forbidden to speak of, even to my daughter. I'm sure you realize that. But Klaus must have known, right? Why was he allowed to know while I was left in the dark? Well, we're really honored to have been invited aboard. We can rest a bit easier once we arrive in Roer, knowing we had an Imperial escort. Indeed you can. The Provincial Army will have little choice but to accommodate you. The ship's sole purpose is to act as a deterrent to both factions, as well as the Imperial Liberation Front. By doing that, we hope that the courageous will hold the old guard at bay long enough for something new to take root. I'm sure it will. They chose wisely naming you captain. Still, I assume that's not the ship's only purpose. Well, true, building an airship this advanced seems excessive if all you're going to do is use it as a deterrent. Laura's right, there has to be some other purpose it was made to fulfill. Very perceptive of you. I regret I wasn't able to discuss this with you properly when you were in Legram last month, but I'm proud to see just how much you've grown since you enrolled in the academy. I have my class to thank for that. Learning alongside them has been a constant source of insights. So tell me, Reen, how's she doing? Is Laura getting along with the other students? Huh? I think she's been fitting in fine. I see, that's reassuring to hear. At times I worry growing up in a sword-fighting household caused her to end up less well-rounded than her peers. I hope you and the others will continue looking out for her. Of course. We're glad she's with us. I can't imagine Class 7 without her. I can't help but get the feeling she's something more to you than simply a classmate. Whatever the truth may be, I hope you'll continue treating her as the lady she is. I'm not one to abide inappropriate behavior towards my daughter. I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about, but I'd like to think I know how to conduct myself towards my classmates. Good, good. That's what I wanted to hear. What are the two of you going on with all your whispering and your furtive glances? It's nothing you need to concern yourself with, just a little discussion between men. You needn't worry. We'll be sure to get you to your field study safely. As a student of Thor's, I expect you to give your utmost. Huh? Haha, he really does care about her. Well, yeah. I assume the bell is going to ring once we enter another room. Do I really have to exit an area? Alright, let's do this. Maybe not. Maybe I have to go back to the deck. Back to the bridge. Is there anyone I missed talking to? Haha, I knew the captain's daughter would be coming aboard, but seeing them talk is rather heartwarming. Please relax and leave the operation of the airship to us. The crew here came from a wide range of backgrounds, but we're all confident in our skills. Allow us to escort you to your destination. I hope your field study proves to be a fruitful one. Just don't forget to conduct yourselves as student of Thor's should during your time there. Nevertheless, being ferried to our destination in an airship like this makes me feel as though I can take on the world. While we won't be in the same group during our field study, I hope it's a rewarding one for the both of us. Agreed. Was there anyone I just forgot to talk to? Ew. Getting this ship ready for today was a real struggle. ZCF and the Epstein Foundation's help really greased the wheels, though. So yeah, welcome to the Courageous. This baby is the most state-of-the-art airship in the world, hands down. I'd believe it. Splendid. Take a look, Peyton. We're cruising so fast, yet we remain completely stable, just as my test predicted we would. That's great. It's a big win for both of us. I never would have done it without you. I owe you one. Very cool. I never would have expected I'd return to Roer like this. Oh well, there's no point in wasting my energy worrying. There's no telling what might happen during this field study, so let's just hope it's a good one. We should be arriving at Roer soon. Please allow me to escort you to the person in charge of your field study once we do. I guess we know who that'll be. Don't say it. I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, your mother. The door that we can't go into. Or maybe I have to go outside. No. Yeah, we already did that. It's a wonderful feeling standing on the deck, feeling the wind rushing by. And how much more liberating would it be to shed these tiresome clothes and hold a beautiful concert above Roer? I might have misheard you, but did you just say you'd like to fly to Ortis hanging over the railing by your feet? Haha, come now, my dear Mueller. I'm not that much of a masochist. I don't know if I'll ever reconcile this side of Prince Oliver with what he's like when he's actually being serious. And the way Major Vander can shoot him down without even batting an eye, even though he's the prince, is really something. I get the feeling these two must have been through a lot together. I wonder how long they've known each other. A long time. Anyway, I think it's safe to call the grand unveiling of the ship a success. I suggest you focus on your field study for now. Leave keeping an eye on this fool to me. It's a full-time job. Thanks, we will. Yeah, the prince really do seem close. There we go.
まもなく本艦はノルディア州とルーレ市上空に到着します。飛行場への着陸準備および下船の準備をしてください。
Looks like we're almost there. That was a shorter flight than I'd expected. Guess I'd better go round up the others and start getting ready. We are there. Here we are. Roer's airport's granted us permission to land.
着陸すぐに出港できるよう機関は温めておくがよい
Aye aye, Captain. Preparing the Courageous to land. Including today, you've got 3 days for this month's field study. Okay, so 1 day less than last month. Make them count, guys. I plan on it. We'll do the best we can. You guys be careful in Ortis, okay? Yeah, it sounds like things could get dangerous there. Don't sweat, we'll be fine. We ought to be alright if a certain someone can keep their mouth shut. Hee take care in Roer, everyone. Will do. When we get back, we'll be jumping straight into festival prep. Hope you're ready to discover the true terror of planning by committee. Oh, that's right. With everything that's happened so far today, I almost forgot about that. We'll have the songs and outfits finalized by the time we get back, and we should have the positions all figured out too. Let's try to at least save a bit of strength. It'd be a shame to come back too tired to outdo Class 1. Oh, I think I can find the energy. Haha, all the more reason for us to return safe and sound. Ah, the spirited joys of youth. I'm sure both your field study and academy festival will prove of valuable experiences for all of you. Work hard out there, guys, but not too hard, you hear? May the goddess go with you. Take care. We will. I think the only thing about this game that's a shame is that you only get to see half the field studies. You don't get to see what the other characters do. You hear very vaguely what they do while they're there, but nothing in great detail. The courageous touchdown at the massive Roer airport, where we parted ways with the members of Group B. With us safely on the ground, it wasted no time in taking to the skies again, ferrying the others west to Ordis. Roer was a maze in every direction, but Sharon guided us to Rhineford's corporate headquarters without missing a step. This tunnel goes on forever. I can't help but recall trying to navigate the Gorelia Fortress. I guess when you build with tons of iron and concrete, everything starts to look pretty similar. We're not far from the city center now. You might want to brace yourselves. Roer has an even weirder layout than the capital. Hey, that's my hometown you're talking about, but I can't deny it's true. Looks like we're finally out. Wowie. It really does have that Zeiss feel to it. Even the escalators, too. Whoa. The city extends above and below? Well, Roer grew up around steel fabrication and heavy industry. That's how it came to be known as the Empire's industrial metropolis. You were right, it is weird. It's got a population of around 200,000 people, too. That's as big as the capital of a smaller country. This guy over here is playing with an RC car. I feel like the city's gotten even bigger since the last time I was here. The Rhineford corporate headquarters is on the upper level, right? That's right. If you'd like to visit, just head up that escalator.
改めまして、国銀のコートルーレへようこそ。どうか皆様の特別実習が実り多きものになりますように。
Starting to miss Legram already. This is a little too industrial for my liking. But yeah, we're gonna stop things off here. So next time, I guess we're gonna head to the Rhineford corporate HQ to start learning about what we're going to be doing on our field study. It also looks like Sharon is currently a guest in the party, which makes sense. She's walking with us. But yeah, so that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.